Ian, I want to give you credit for one thing here, because I know one thing we've talked about consistently throughout the year is RJ. And I think he was a huge, huge story over the last couple games. And one thing you've pointed out consistently is that because of his work ethic, because of the type of guy that he is, that you expect him always to reach his potential, his full potential as a player. And I think for me, he's one of those guys when we get into a game 4 scenario at the Garden, I have zero concerns about his ability to show up for the moment. Now, he might not make his shots. He might not play well. He might, but I know that he's not going to be phased by that. So, wanted to give you props for your RJ take. And what have you seen from him? Why have things worked so well? And what's your sense on just why he's been able to step up to the moment?
I appreciate that, Matthew. I do think, like, man, you go back to games 1 and 2. You know, you had Stephen A. Smith saying RJ Barrett shouldn't be playing in this series over those 2 games. You had JJ Redick, really critiquing Barrett and his play, and it was deserved. And I think you had Zach Lowe also saying, where are we now with RJ Barrett as a playoff performer, considering what's happened? And so I don't know if he listens to any media. I don't know if any of it gets to him. Maybe his friends send it to him. But if I'm 22 years old and I'm hearing that, look, man, I'm mentally weak. I might fold. But RJ Barrett, to his credit, I mean, just even keel, unbothered, focused on the work. He said he started to find his shot after game 2, working on it over the course of the week. And obviously he found it in a big way this weekend. And it just speaks to mental toughness and also a belief in himself that he knows he's going to figure things out in the long haul. And that's what you've seen from him over the course of his Knicks career so far. So I understand why some people were out on RJ Barrett after games 1 and 2, because it was not pretty. But I don't think you should ever bet against him long term, because you've seen the body of work long enough to know that he is going to bounce back and he's going to play to the best of his ability over a large sample size.